Everyone who has ever played any of the Fallout games in the series knows that Fallout is a game with endless ways to play and how you want your character to be. In this video, our very first challenge will be, can you beat Fallout New Vegas with only repaired weapons and armor?
I start with giving myself a name I could be proud of and making myself look like how anyone would visualize any old-looking repairman. After the doc slowly helped me to my feet and briefly breaking my neck to look at a fan, I got started with my character's stats. I ended up choosing 10 points to intelligence for XP, 7 points to endurance for hit points, 7 points to agility for weapons, and 9 points into luck for criticals. Then, after looking at a painting that I still believe looks like two chubby guys doing a squatting high five, I tagged my 3 skills, being guns, repair, and survival, for even more hit points, and made my traits good-natured for moral points to repair and science, and skilled for 5 points into every skill and countering the negative traits for good nature. I make it survival / hardcore because that's going to be my signature in these videos no matter what the challenge is. I immediately start off with repairing the 9mm submachine gun in Doc's office so I have a way to defend myself against the Wasteland. I sold every item except for my 9mm submachine gun and some of my healing items, giving me an easy 700 caps. I talked to Sunny, she gave me a vermin rifle, and I immediately switched it for my submachine gun, shot the bottles, and took out Cobb for being a very rude guest. I then put my repairman skills to use and fixed Trudy's radio. I chat with Ringo about the powder gangers, convinced Sunny to join us, convinced Trudy with Sneak because my speech is so low, talking to me might as well be explaining capitalism to a squirrel. Failed to convince Easy Pete to hand over dynamite because why would you give explosive to someone that probably doesn't even know that explosives can even explode? Though the 9mm submachine gun isn't the best weapon, it's more than effective against the powder gangers who wear stripper clothes for armor. After that was all said and done, I hit level 2 and put most of my points into repair and got the Swift Learner perk for more XP. Once at Gene Sky, I took out the powder gangers there for more XP and 9mm ammo. I tried seeing if I could disarm the mine to only have it explode directly in my face. And soon after, Half Victor, in a weird way, taunt me and gave me some advice that would have been great a couple seconds sooner. I told him I could take care of myself, even though I thought it was a good idea to put my face right next to an explosive. In Prime, the convicts were nothing really interesting to talk about, though I did turn the difficulty from normal to very hard. I'll come to regret this later. There was a damaged robot in Prime, and though I won't usually be running companions during the challenges, the fact that I have to repair him for him to be a companion in the first place, that alone should make him more than valid for the run. While in Prime, it only made sense to save Deputy Bagel, so I made my way through even more convicts. My companion made sure to make short work of the convict leader and made him extra toasty. I saved Deputy Bagel, talked to him about the new sheriff for Prime, and if you don't make this choice, I hate to inform you, you're wrong.
Yeah! Eventually, making it to Nipton, I decided to do as the wannabe furry asked of me and go to Mojave Outpost to break the news of Nipton. On the way to the Mojave Outpost, I got the perfect shot of how I'd visualize an old crippled repairman trying to survive the wasteland. The robot made easy work of the ants, giving me plenty of XP to nearly level up. After telling the NCR about the news about Nipton, allowed me to hit level 4 and get my repair skill to 90 for the jury perk, and the rest in science. On my way to Novak, nothing interesting really happened except for the random Legion soldier that became one with nature. Quite literally. Later, me and my companion, who am I kidding? My companion took care of the Vipers while I did my best to avoid getting turned into Swiss cheese or maybe even blown to bits. I did, however, help him with the last kill though. Not that I really helped him that much anyways. Killing them, however, gave me 9mm submachine guns for repair. On my way to Boulder City, I can only assume that the robot killed a random fire ant because I got XP out of nowhere and leveled up. I made sure to dump all of my points into science and let the robot, you motherfucker, and let the robot continue his killing spree against the fire ants. Shut up! Arriving at Boulder City, I talk with Jessup, completing the quest to level up, putting points into science and guns, and putting a perk point into toughness. At the trading post, I use my gun skill to allow shopping with Alexander to buy more 9mm ammo. Sitting in a corner, surrounded by death, I went ahead and made my way to the boomers to mark them on the map to avoid the travel later. Sprinting into the monorail, I made it into New Vegas Strip and convinced one of the guys up front to let me keep my weapons, showing the evidence of Benny's crimes. Confront Benny, then Benny was kind enough to see me in easy XP. Not gonna lie, I thought these guys were gonna be a little bit harder. After that, my game crashed, but that's nothing new. I talked to Yes Man for some easy XP, allow me to level up and put more points into guns. I traveled to Grub and Gulp for some food and water, because they are very important for hardcore. I went ahead and made my way to Hidden Valley, but before that, I took care of Mo and the other Centaurs to get the passport for the Brotherhood base. I used my repair skills to rig the Ranger's radio to explode like a good little, that. The Elder told me to find the rest of the missing patrols. Nothing interesting really happened, just fast traveled and grabbed the holotapes. After that was done and dusted, I then talked to Knight Lorenzo about the vaults. While I was there, I grabbed the broken power armor and the malfunction supercharge. Since they are broken and had to be repaired before use, they seemed valid for the run. But I came across an interesting problem. I desperately need armor and a strong solid weapon, but it turns out you were never supposed to ever actually pick up these items. But, thanks to console commands, I managed to move them to my inventory anyways. I did a little supply run for ammo before hitting Vault 11. Nothing interesting really happened at Vault 11, except for when a mantis nearly slapped me into the afterlife. Then, soon after, another one actually did, in fact, send me into the afterlife. On my way to Cottonwood Cove, I finally lost my companion, but honestly, I'm surprised he even lasted this long. Finally, arriving at the fort, I talked with Caesar, promised House I'd insert the platinum chip, then made sure he regretted being so gullible by destroying his generators. And reporting back to Caesar, a quest well done. Trying to make my way to Vault 3, Cook proved way too much for me and ended up unaliving me so hard, he crashed my entire game. I then realized that my 9mm submachine gun and my skin for armor is no longer enough and was in desperate need of better equipment. So, I cleared out the prison of powder gangers for XP and made my way to the boomers to complete their quest, eventually hitting level 12 and putting points into melee and guns and a perk point into lead belly to produce rad damage from all the radiated water and food I need to eat to stay alive. I repaired the generator and cleared out the ants in the solar power room. I helped the doc with some of his patients and helped bring the plane to the surface. I finally spoke to Crocker about the Kings, tried doing his quest but messed it up, and I had a choice between Pacer and the NCR. Sorry, Pacer, but my hands are tied. Spoke to Crocker again to take out Mr. House. I used my stealth boy to sneak into his chambers and unalive him in his egg-shaped pod. Getting distracted, I went to Camp Hope to complete their quest. Tried helping a patient but killed him. Don't know what they expected, asking a repairman to play doctor. Then we pushed the fight into Nelson, making short work of Dead Sea and his two friends. Nearly level 14, I made my way to Vault 22. I managed to stealthily steal the keycard and some water from Poison Ivy's child. Hitting level 14, I put all of my points into speech and finally got the jury rigging perk. I then finally repaired my super sledge with a sledgehammer a thug kindly gave to me at Freeside. I used my rep with the NCR to unlock the safe house, and then I used the NCR salvage power armor to repair the broken armor that I still couldn't wear at the moment. With that in mind, I make my way to Vault 3 to get the last part for the Brotherhood quest, but on my first attempt, I can only assume they threw a nuclear bomb at me. Next attempt, I'm in a far better position to deal with the fiends outside without immediately getting turned into paste. Inside Vault 3, I went to go find Bryce to get the key to the lower levels, but I guess he decided to unalive himself when he heard me coming in. I grabbed the final part and reported back to the Elder, and now I was on my way to Black Mountain. I used my science skill to end the crazy quest peacefully, finishing the last Brotherhood quest, and I finally learned how to wear power armor and could finally stop using my skin to stop bullets. Next, I head to Red Canyon to talk to the Great Khans, and what I meant by talk is setting them an early appointment to the man upstairs. I kept swinging my metal toy until the voices told me to stop, and was satisfied with the new red all over the walls. No one ever tells you that killing an entire generation of a clan could make you so tired. I report back, and then I was told to take care of the Armadas. And, as someone of popularity probably once said, they can't play anything against you if they are all dead. Then, I was told to take care of the Brotherhood, but I decided to have them work with the NCR in return for the broken armor and weapon they gave me for the run. I bonked the Legion sniper on the back of the head, the president was saved, and then I went on the last supply run before the final battle of the Hoover Dam. During the battle, I reached level 18 and put all of my points into melee and got the Super Slam perk that was way past due. On the surface of Hoover Dam, I pushed through, giving as many Legion soldiers as possible severe brain trauma. First attempt against the Legate, he managed to run away at Mark 10, and calling reinforcements that punched me so hard, I flew back in time. Next attempt, a random soldier followed me into the camp and got annihilated. Making my way to the Legate again, and luck seemed to be on my side this time. He pretty much got absolutely bullied and got to see what dirt tastes like. Let me tell you, it tastes like pain. I continued to swing my hammer wildly till the game told me he was dead. I took care of his friends that quite literally stood back and watched him die, talked to General Oliver, and completing the game with only repaired weapons and armor. This will be the end of the challenge video. If you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike. If you have any ideas for challenges in the future, leave them in the comments. I plan to try and upload a video every week or every other week, and I hope to see you all in the next video.